As you know, the end of the year and the beginning of this new year is bonus time on Wall Street, which means record payouts pretty much all the way around. But no matter how well compensated, and we're talking $10, $20 million in bonuses in some cases, there's always a select group of either bankers or traders or perhaps hedge fund people who run for the exit sign the very second that that check clears. Why are they leaving? Who's leaving? Where are they going? Some answers from Sandy Gross with Pinetum Partners, an executive search firm focused on hedge funds and investment banks, and Suzanne Craig of the Wall Street Journal. Welcome to both of you. Nice to have you here.
Thank you very much.
You know, Sandy, walk us through this. Why, after you get such a large payout from a firm, would you want to leave?
Well, I think that there are a number of reasons. Some people are looking for a better situation as far as a culture fit, and they also want more autonomy and discretion in their compensation. So a lot of people, they may be happy with what they're doing, but they want to have more ownership and feel like they're more part of a firm.
All right, Suzanne, is that what you found? And if so, you know, the name Goldman comes to mind, and then you got to balance, you know, do you work at Goldman or you want to work someplace else or start your own firm? What are you finding in your research and your reporting?
No, I think that point is exactly taken, as a lot of people want to move, and they want to move to a smaller firm where they can have, you know, more control. And also, it's been interesting over the past few years, a number of the smaller boutiques have, especially the investment banking boutiques, have gone public, and those firms now are able to offer, you know, people at the larger firms, you know, more shares to come over. So you sort of get an even larger piece of the pie if you move. I mean, these guys are traders and they like to trade up, and that's what they tend to do, even though they may be going to a smaller firm. At the end of the day, most of this is about money. Yeah,
you know, Sandy, what about that? Is the formula changing, or are these people moving to get a different formula which affects their compensation, pay for performance versus pay based on a formula?
Right. I'm finding that most of the changes are for people that are looking for pay for performance. They're looking to compensation schemes that directly reflect the returns in their P&L or the returns of the fund. And some people are also making moves because they're also finding that they need more infrastructure and capital to make their funds more effective. So I think, in part, a lot of these people are making moves back to the investment banks, where they do have the infrastructure in place and they're able to really seed portfolio managers and smaller hedge funds and raise capital for them.
You know, Suzanne, it speaks volumes, does it not, though, about the environment, because some of these people are also moving to private equity, and if they want to be paid for performance and paid because of the big deals that are happening, it says a lot about what's going on in their world.
Well, I mean, there's just so many more options now. I think it's incredible. I think, you know, you have people making different trades for different reasons. If you want to have more capital to play with and you want to be able to trade sort of a bigger balance sheet, you may go to the bigger firms. On the other hand, if you want to get more of a stake of exactly what's being made at the company, you'll go to a smaller boutique. I think it all depends sort of on your situation and where you are. And, you know, it's going to be an interesting January. I mean, we haven't sort of really started to see a lot of big names seeping out of the brokerage houses yet, but January is the time. The bonuses were just paid out. And I think, you know, we're going to be watching just to see who's leaving. And at Goldman in particular, it's going to be interesting. There's a new CEO, relatively new. We saw a few people after Hank Paulson left to be Treasury Secretary, but there may be some more. You know, they're always turning people in and out and, you know, bringing them in, and some are, you know, leaving. So it's going to be interesting to see the turnovers, particularly at Goldman this year.
Well, it's a rarefied world, any way you slice it. Ladies, thank you very much. Sandy and Suzanne, a pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.